Hey everyone, keep me company while I drive to Austin. Let's talk about an important USPS tracking hack that I want to tell you guys about. You need to write it down. I have a lot of things to say about my eBay and Poshmark business and life in general. Let's go. All right, welcome back to Reseller Rowboat. This is my Unvlogmas vlog. I am not doing Vlogmas. I don't think I've ever done Vlogmas. I just can't seem to get my act together, especially in December, guys. So we're going to do a car chat today. I have a list of things I want to talk about. First, I wanted to show you this beautiful fleece jacket that I'm wearing. It's not even cold outside, but it belonged to my mother-in-law, and so I felt like I wanted to have something from her. So when I was going through her closet, I found this wonderful warm fleece jacket, and it's a full zip, and I'm putting it on today because, I mean, it's 63 degrees outside, so I really don't need it. I'm going to turn my AC down. I'm not feeling well, and I really appreciate everyone who's messaged me this week. I've had a migraine since Wednesday, and probably Tuesday night. So today is Saturday. So that gives you an idea about how long I've had it. Today's my best day so far, but I did go home early from work yesterday because of it. So it's caused a lot of problems for me. I've made a lot of mistakes at work. And for those of you who've ever had a migraine, you know it's more than just a headache, right? It's a total, it's different for everybody. But for me, it's like I can't think straight. And I think it was the barometer that caused it, because we were expecting really, really bad storms on Thursday, and the barometer, you could tell, was dropping. And I'm pretty sure that that's probably what started it. And so, anyway, I have some other personal stuff I want to bring up towards the end. But let's go ahead and get started with this main topic I want to talk to you guys about. Be sure you get a pen and paper ready, or your computer keyboard ready, so you can save this in a file, because it's very, very important. I've never run across this issue before. So I had a buyer on eBay, bought 2 different clothing items, paid for them separately. The name, you know, her personal name was the same. Again, I wasn't looking at the frickin' eBay username. You know, let's just say it's Alice Johnson. You know, I see Alice Johnson, and then on the next line I see Alice Johnson. I clicked on each label to make sure that Alice Johnson was sending these items to the same address, because, you know, I've always worried that, you know, they might buy one item for themselves and then one item for someone else and have it shipped someone else. I confirmed that they were both being shipped to the same place. So on one item, I sent her a combined shipping refund discount, which is $3.50. And then I shipped it. Well, the problem is she was buying from 2 separate eBay accounts, and I didn't know that. So I uploaded, you know, I made the label for the first item. I copied the tracking number. And then when I went to the second, you know, and I put them all in the same package, right? I go to upload the tracking number to the second item, and it says, you cannot do that. This tracking number is used by another customer. I probably tried that 2 or 3 times, and I'm like, what the heck? You know, it's the same customer. Well, that's when I realized, again, I'm not looking at that eBay handle. She had 2 separate eBay accounts. So I ended up calling eBay. And the representative, I believe his name was Alex, he was very, very nice, very, very helpful. And he said, I'm going to give you a USPS hack for this. Don't use it very often. I'm not even sure if he said don't spread it around. But guys, we need to spread this information around. I mean, why would I not share this with my YouTube subscribers? It's important. This may never happen to you, but if it does, it keeps you from having to call eBay. It keeps you from stressing out. All right, so you ready to write this down? Okay, so if this happens to you, on the second item, you type in the tracking number 420, then 5 random numbers, which I put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He said a lot of people put part of the order number. I just put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 420, 5 random numbers, and then the tracking number after that. And then hit shipped. It should work. It worked for me. It took it. What this is a way that USPS allows you to create some type of a reference number. Now all I have to do is make sure that when this person gets it, that it shows delivered. But he told me since it did take it, and then when I went to USPS and put the tracking number in, it did say that I created a label. So I'm going to keep you updated on that, but he said that since it did take it, it will work. I don't know, because it's got part of the tracking number in it. It's got the whole tracking number in it. Anyway, I hope that helps you guys. I hope you never run into that issue. You know, we could all say, well, why does somebody have 2 eBay accounts? It really doesn't matter. You know, I used to have 2 eBay accounts because I had my appliance store and I closed it. And actually, I probably still have that account. I just don't have anything listed on that account. So I suppose I could, you know, accidentally, you know, like on my phone, sign in on one account and on my computer, sign in on another. It doesn't matter. We need to stop blaming the customer for stuff like this. We need to have this in our Rolodex of issues, how we solve this. You know what I mean? And sorry, I'm getting up here to where there's usually a train and I'm a little bit nervous. All right. So with that, we're going to move on to my next topic here. Every day I send out offers to likers or watchers or whatever you want to call them. My store's doing really badly, by the way, and I'll talk about that in a few minutes. And, you know, on a normal month, when I was humming along, doing great in my store, I'd wake up to between 7 and 10 offers to watchers. Now I wake up to 0 to 2, basically. And that's disturbing, but that's beside the point. But I had a rule that, okay, let's say I listed something for $20 or best offer. Well, it automatically goes on sale when it's listed for 10% off. So that would be, what, $17.99? And then I would accept offers from people for half price. So that means I would accept a $9.99 offer. If anybody sent me a $9.99 offer, I would accept it. All right, so when I'm sending offers out, I'm thinking to myself, I send 20% because that's my coupon amount. I'm going to send, it's already $18.99. I send a 20% off coupon out. That's getting close to like, what, 13 something. And I would always put counter offer of, you know, accepted, so that maybe they would come in at $9.99, my half price. For December, since I'm not making as much money anymore, I am no longer going to allow them to counter offer on things like that. I figure if they want to make me a lower offer, they can always go back to the item and offer. My reasoning for this is that I'm getting $3, $4, $5 offers on things, and I'm taking them because a lot of them are old items, but I think that's resulting in, you know, lower sales volume, gross sales. That's one problem, which is great that I'm getting rid of older stuff, but I really want to get my offers up. So I don't know. I feel like a lot of my sales don't come from the offers that I give people. Some of them do, but the majority of them come from offers that people give me. So this is just something I'm going to try for December. Hey, it can't hurt. My sales are going down. Every month my sales are down. They're just going down, down, down. And I will be showing you, that was the next thing I was going to say, my November sales video will be coming out next week. Items that sold super fast in November. Things that were listed in November. Things that sold the same month. And I will talk about my numbers at the beginning of the video and tell you and compare them to October. Every month it's just going down, down, down. So fourth quarter has never been good for me, but it's never been bad like this. So, you know, looks like my daughter is messaging me. Hold on just a second.
Thumbs up. Do you want to reply?
No.
Okay then.
So there was a question about whether I was going to Austin today because of having these migraines all week, and or this one migraine, I guess, the driving. But I'm doing okay this morning, so I'm decided to go to Austin. I'm babysitting tonight. Of course, you guys know, if you watched me last week, I'm going to go see Deb pinching pesos tomorrow. And so I feel better this morning as far as alert. So I am driving. All right, so got that. No longer offering counter offers when I make offers. November sales video. I'm about $600 down gross with Poshmark and eBay sales together from last month. When you combine eBay and Poshmark, about $600 gross down. I had to dip into savings this past month because I had to buy another external hard drive. I had to do my subscription to StreamYard, which is over $200, which is crazy. And I had a couple other things that I had to purchase for the business. The only thing I can think of that I need to buy this month is I need to buy some inventory boxes because I'm out. They cost about $32 for 25 boxes because they have tax and all that. I can handle $32, okay? But at least I won't have like these $200 items, 300, you know, hopefully nothing else goes wrong. We're going to talk about my house. We got some house issues. All right, my goal this month is to gradually get back down to working till noon. What I've been doing the last couple of months since I've been inventorying my store, got over half of my 3,800 items inventoried, by the way, is I've been setting my listing goal for 15 items a day going live, and then letting 15 of my inventoried items go live for a total of 30. That has stressed me out. When it's about 3 o'clock and I don't have 30 drafts to go live the next day, what I've been doing is going to my inventory room, grabbing a bunch of boxes of inventory from the section that I've ended. This past week was watercolor pattern. Inventorying about 4 boxes, which equals about 30 items. And inventorying, I mean, they've ended. I make sure that the measurements are good. I'm taking the 0.5 off of chest measurements and waist measurements and hip measurements on my listings. Switching a picture and changing something in the title. Doing a real quick check to see if the price is pretty good. Sometimes I'll change the price. And hitting save to drafts. So I can go through 4 boxes, about 30 items in about 15 minutes. That gives me 30 extra drafts in about 15 minutes. That's awesome. But it's stressing me out. And I'm not ending my day at noon anymore, and therefore I'm doing a lot of my podcast work at night. I'm not spending the hours of 12 to noon on 12 to 3 on things for myself like I was back in the summer. And I was truthfully happier when I was on my work till noon schedule. So I've decided that I'm going to go back to 15 a day, and that includes inventoried items for now. I'm not going to do 30. May go up as high as 20, maybe 15 new items and 5 inventoried items or something like that. I really do want to get through the rest of these 3,800 items though, because it feels so awesome when I go to the shelf and I know that that item is going to be in that box. I'm not going to have to cancel for out of stock. That feels so wonderful to me, to inventory items and to fix things in my spreadsheet. My spreadsheet is where I'm finding the most problems. I'm not going to say mistakes, because when I got this computer, the computer kept saving my Excel spreadsheet to something called OneNote or OneDrive, which I can't stand. I don't understand what it is, why I have to have it. And turns out I was working off of 2 Excel sheets, and I was writing over SKU numbers. So it would be like blue 80. It would say that I had a space for it, and I would put blue 80, and then come to find out now I've got 2 blue 80s because I was working off the wrong spreadsheet. Do you see what I'm saying? It took me a while to figure that out. I thought I was going nuts, and so now this is helping me fix that on my spreadsheet. I feel very, very confident that my spreadsheet is correct, and that's going to really, really help me a lot. Because when I'm in Austin, for let's say, and I sell something on Poshmark, or somebody gives me an offer on Poshmark, well, let's say I can't find it on eBay, or somebody gives me an offer on eBay and I can't find the item on Poshmark. Well, I can always go to my Excel sheet and it's there, and I know that I have it. I mean, it's so scary to sell something you don't know if you have it or not. I don't accept offers when I'm out of town if I am not absolutely sure I have it. It's got to be on eBay and Poshmark in order for me to accept it if I'm out of town, if I cannot physically put my hands on the item. I've learned that. Although I will say on Poshmark I might do it, because if you cancel on Poshmark, you don't get a ding. But I would never, ever, ever do that on eBay. Never. Accept an offer on something I couldn't absolutely know that I had, right? All right. Also, here's what happens when you have a migraine. And I hope I don't miss my Buc-ee's exit. My sales got mixed up. I went to set my sales today, my markdown. I went back to one day, 24-hour sales, because putting it at 3 days did not help me at all. My sales totally tanked when I did that. So every day I make a new sale for the next day. Well, having a migraine, I read a 1 a.m. as an 11 a.m. and when I set my sales, I overlapped sales. I've got 6 sales running right now. 3 of which have no items in them because the sale was already set to start before then. It's crazy. So I don't know if that's going to affect my sales today. And it won't let me delete this one sale, the 3 sales. It won't let me delete it. It won't let me pause them. So they're just sitting there with 0. This is what happens when you have a migraine, guys. I made so many mistakes with my boss the other day. I know he got super upset with me, but he didn't know I had a migraine. I was at home. I was trying not to complain, and it just seemed like the more mistakes I made, the more mistakes I made. If you ever felt like that, it's just a domino effect. I gotta take a drink. It's my, there's no place like home tumbler I got. in the land of Oz. Sorry, there's a truck. I am on a 6-lane highway right now. Can anybody figure out interstate? Anybody know what interstate I'm on? I bet Texas Bandit does if he's watching. I'm on I-10. So I need to put my cruise control on. So my sales got mixed up. I'm just getting where I'm taking this lack of sales lightly. Alright, what else? Oh, the other day I received a 40% off coupon code from my store. I do occasionally receive coupons from my store that I send out in buyer groups, but this was 40%, okay? My coupon is typically 25% that I send to buyer groups. And I'm like, what the heck? I don't have a 40% off coupon going, do I? So I went over and I checked. No, I didn't. Guys, if you're doing buyer groups like I am, I had 17 pages of buyer groups. And I've been working off those 17 pages for months, sending coupons out. And I guess back when things were bad, I thought, well, I'll try a 40% off coupon, which it didn't help. And I've been sending out 40% off coupons to people, and they're not working. The coupon code's not working. You just never know. How I solved that was I went and I deleted all my buyer groups because I had no idea which buyer group it was that had a 40% off coupon in it. And I'm starting over on buyer groups. And they're reaching very few people, let's put it that way, because I'm starting over. I had some that were reaching over 1,000 people, and now I've got them, they're reaching like 120. That's what happens when you start over. What else? Oh, if you watched my haul from last week from Value Village, one pair of the men's Grinch pajama set sold, the 3X, sold for $16 on Poshmark. So I think I made about $7 or $8 on them after you take off my $3 cost of goods. It's not a whole lot, but they weren't even listed for 48 hours. So I was happy with that. So I have one more pair of men's pajamas, size 2X, Grinch, Christmas. They're green, they're cute, but they don't have an open fly. Alright, now to some personal stuff. I would really like your prayers. By now, it's probably happened, but Janya is having minor surgery on Monday, which would be that would be December 4th. So it will probably already have happened by the time we may be there. We may be there now waiting for pre-op. And it's very, very minor surgery, but I am taking off that morning, and so I will not be working that morning, and taking her in, and she will probably be in a lot of pain afterwards, and so she's taking off the whole day. And yeah, appreciate your thoughts and prayers. Oh, reminds me, we need to pray for some people. Gosh, guys, I don't have my list. Alright, so let's start from the beginning. Pat D's, Cindy Y, Gina, Key Lime Kisses. Those three are always on our prayer list, right? We also have Lisa C. Then we have Adam's Exploits, Thrifty Santa, Jennifer Hayes, Maggie Doodle, and Rita Scully Star Fashion's daughter. I'm sorry, I don't remember her name, Rita. I'll get it wrong if I say it, so I'm not going to say it. So all those people, and please add Janya to that. I'd appreciate it. Well, for our Christmas this year, we decided not to give gifts. We were going to redo the flooring in our house, a lot of our house. Tile. We have tile in our kitchen. our dining area, and our hallway, and in my office. It's quite a bit of tile. So we were going to go pick out some tile, and that was going to be our Christmas, right? Well, I went into my office the other day, and I told Janice that I really need some curtains for this window because I cannot take photos from like 1 to 5 because the sun, there's like this textured glass in the window, and I said I can't take pictures because it makes like a rainbow and all these weird things on my wall. And she's like, well, why don't you order you some curtains? And so I went in there and I looked up, and there's this huge crack across the wall. On one side of the window there's a crack, and then on the other side of the window, and the window side, what do you call it, trim is cracked. And I was like, uh-oh. Now my office used to be the patio. They closed it in, but my office used to be the patio. So that wall that I take my photos on was actually the outside wall of the house at one point. So, of course, I'm thinking foundation problem. I mean, why not? You guys know all the issues we've had with this freaking house. It was built in 55. The people just half-assed half of the stuff that needed fixing. Everything's backwards. Switches are backwards. Toilets are backwards. Like, everything's backwards or rigged, right? So I called my dad and I said, I don't think we're going to get our flooring. I think we've got a foundation problem. He's like, well, are any of your doors sticking? And I said, no, but none of the doors are on that side of the room. And he goes, well, he's like, if your doors aren't sticking, there's a chance that it could be the plaster or the sheetrock. And maybe somebody could just plaster up those cracks and then repaint, and then you could just wait and see. So we had a handyman come yesterday. He was so sweet. He moved an old radio. It's like 100-year-old radio. Maybe not 100 years, maybe 80 years old. It was Jania's grandfather. He moved it from her mom's house to our house. Lucky me, I have this radio now. Doesn't work. It's filthy, but it's special to her, and I'm happy that she can get it. So we had him look at the wall when he brought the radio, and he said, well, I have seen in the past some people, where the sheetrock comes together, it will split. So he's suggesting that, like my dad did, that he plaster the cracks, repaint, and then we'll just have to wait and see. So I think we're just going to have to put off the flooring until we know for a fact that we just finished having them dig up our front yard and our patio in the front, our porch, because we had to have a sewer line replaced, right? Last year, they dug up our backyard and our back patio for a sewer line. We have had the pool repaired umpteen times. The jacuzzi has been drained and jackhammered, and all the things that we have spent on this house. Yeah, we kind of do regret buying it, but like I told Jania, when we're ready to leave and move to Austin, at least we will get some of our money back. Because for like 11, 12 years, we've been paying rent. And we lost all of that as far as I'm concerned. It was just gone. At least we will get some of our money back. And our house is already worth, just being there 1 month, our house value went up $50,000 from December to January, the year we bought it. So who knows? It might go up in the next 4 years enough to where it pays for all this crap we've been spending money on. I don't know. Anyway. Well, guys, I hope you have an excellent week. Again, I am taking a YouTube break for a couple of weeks, and I don't know when the next time I will go live, but things definitely have to calm down in our household. We're thinking about canceling our dinner party on the 9th. I've had a lot of depression. I will be honest with you guys. I've had a lot of depression. It could be because of this migraine situation. I've had a lot of anxiety, a lot of chest pain type stuff. A lot of OCD issues are coming up again. It's the holidays. Typically around the holidays, they're triggers for me. But 3 years ago, I was taking Prozac starting in September of every year, and then I would take it until February, and then I would get off of it to kind of help me take the edge off. But I haven't done that in 3 years, and I'm thinking if I would have known then what I know now, I would have started back on it. But I didn't see any reason to. I've done great for the last 3 years with the hypnosis YouTube videos that I listen to, and I just didn't really think I would need it. So stick with me. I will be back again. I hope you have a wonderful week. Please hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. And also, please share this channel with others. I greatly appreciate it. Love you. See you next time. Bye.